Right, down at Hartleylands Fishery in Kent. Only been here 10 or 20 minutes with the rods in the water. Managed to nab myself, oh, well, I've got a love, I'm guessing it's about, I haven't lifted it out yet, a lovely mid-double linear. So there's a barbless only rule on this fishery, hence why I've just said you haven't lifted it out yet, and it has unhooked itself in the net. So the rod's aside, but while we've got him, I'm going to keep him there for 5 minutes so we can settle down. I'm going to quickly run through with you fish care, fish safety, any type of weather. It just happens to be a bit warm today, but we're going to nip over there now, get everything prepped before we even lift this fish out of the water. So come on over here. Right, the fish is sitting nice and comfortably in the margins there, not for too long while I whiz through this. Get everything ready before you lift her out. Bucket of water, freshly scooped out the lake. Don't let it sit on the side in the heat because it'll be like a cup of tea when you put it on that fish. Not clever. Little bottle of fish care, propolis, whatever you want to use. This happens to be a ridge monkey one, but make sure you've got this at hand. Again, make sure everything is ready. The mat and the retainer sling, which I'm using here as a weigh sling, is all pre-soaked, again with fresh water from the lake. If you leave it sitting here for hours, certainly in this heat, you put a fishy side on that, it's going to scald it, burn it, it's not on. So really soak it with fresh water from the lake. A nice sling, nice and deep. We'll put that aside for now, talk about the mat. A full-sided mat. This has probably got 3 inches of foam in the bottom, plenty of size there. Look at it. Anything, well, you'd get 60-pound fish in that anyway. So, but the story behind this is make sure before you lift that fish out, no matter what the size or where you are, everything is prepped for fish care. Right, all the kit is now ready, as you've just seen. The fish is still in the net. Now, a few pointers with the fish still in the net. I did mention it's a barbless only venue, and as I'd netted the fish, the rig did come out, okay? If it wasn't a barbless only venue, and I've got a barbed hook, I would be kneeling down, as soon as I netted it, pop it off with a quick change link, yeah? But then there's another thing now. So then we've got our fish care kit ready. I come back to the net. Bear in mind a lot of modern rigs incorporate a swivel, which could get caught in the net. I use a Ronnie a lot, okay? A lot of people do. So when you lift the fish out, 2 pointers. Make sure the fins are flat and underneath of the body of the fish, and make sure if you are using a Ronnie, or make sure the rig is still in the fish's mouth, obviously, make sure the fish is right at the bottom of the net, because if it catches on the mesh halfway up the net, and I have seen this happen, and then you lift the net. Now the fish, if you can imagine, that's my impression of a fish in a net, is up here, and the fish is going to shake, tear its mouth, drop to the bottom of the net. So all this also has to be taken into account. It's not just a case of roll the net up and sling it on a mat that's boiling hot. Take care of all that first, and double make sure you've got the rig either out, or if you can unhook it in the net, or make sure the fish is at the base of the net and the fins are flush with the net, all facing the right direction. In that point, we'll get her out and take her over to the mat. Now I can see all the fins are flush with the body of the fish, and the fish, even without the rig, okay, I've covered that bit, the fish is at the base of the net. Nice and gently, there we go. Always keeping that fish nice and wet, okay? I'm pretty sure she's going to misbehave a little bit, but we'll deal with that when she does. Just slowly slide that out from under the fish. You no longer need that, that can disappear. Right, all the fins again in the same direction, and what we're doing to lift the fish is we're coming from the mouth with your hand under there, which automatically flattens that fin to the body of the fish. We want to end up there, and as you pick the fish up, behave, please behave. As you pick the fish up and she rolls forward for your photographic poses, it will automatically, got that? Automatically slip into them fingers, and there we are, look at that. What a cracking little fish. Oh, we're going to have a little, well, you see that, I thought she was going to kick then. Immediately it goes back down within confines, there we go, and it's not going to hurt itself, in the confines of the mat. Another big splash of water, in again from there then, and there we go, up we go, look at that, perfect. And when she goes back to be caught another day at a much bigger weight, you're not the one that's damaged it. What a beautiful carp, thank you. Hopefully on this trip we'll get a few more. One quick look again, and there we are, beautiful little linear. We only need a few snaps. So it's time, almost time, just one more thing to go through. Whoa, look at you. Almost time to set her free. So we'll put her down now, and now we're going to check where we've hooked it, and we have got the fish care solution, should we call it? Whoa, hang on. And we're just going to cover the little hook hold in there, let it soak in a little bit. And there we are. We've got a lovely fish. We've prepped everything as much as we can. We've looked after that as much as is humanly possible. And she's going back now to make someone else equally as happy as she's made me. And there we are. Offer him nice and gently back to his home. Thank you very much for the small amount of time, whoa, that we shared together. What a beautiful carp. And off we go. Thank you. Healthy as they come.